Hello everybody, welcome back to yet another video. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about a movie that came out a couple weeks ago, a movie that I saw a couple weeks ago but just didn't get around to reviewing because I was working on other videos, and that movie is Free Guy. So Free Guy is a film that I don't think a lot of people were anticipating. I was actually excited for it because it didn't look good, but it looked funny. And every once in a while you just need like a funny, lighthearted, crappy movie. And that's exactly what this film was. It was entertainingly bad, I think, is the best way to describe this film. It was fun, there was a lot of good jokes and stuff, and besides that, wasn't really a whole lot there. Like, the plot itself, I will say it's a very interesting premise of like a video game character who doesn't know he's in a video game. It kind of gave me like, obviously, Truman Show vibes, which Truman Show is a fantastic film. It handles it a lot better, I'd say, than this film does, but I mean, what can you expect? It's just a dumb Ryan Reynolds movie. So on top of the Truman Show, it also gave me a lot of Ready Player One vibes, because there's obviously the hyper CGI'd like video game elements with a lot of pop culture references and meta humor, if you want to call it that. So it was kind of Truman Show meets Ready Player One, squish those together, and that's kind of your premise. Obviously, I'd say that those two films are both better than this film, but I mean, this film is a fun watch. It was something that kept me entertained throughout the entire film, which, props to this film. Like, usually bad films don't keep me entertained. This was an exception. I really liked Ryan Reynolds in this film. I like him in basically everything he's in. He makes any bad movie watchable, basically. And so he was definitely the star of this film. His relationship with the girl, honestly, I don't remember her name. It's been 2 weeks since I watched this film, so don't get mad at me. But the relationship itself was, it was kind of cute. Led to some funny moments as well, where he's kissing her or whatever, and then she's just sitting there while the avatar's getting kissed. That also did lead to a plot hole, because apparently there's no button to kiss, but then blah 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 blah, she kisses him, that's what brings his memory back. Huge plot hole there, so it's just not a good film. Like, plot hole there. Taika Waititi's character, I hated him. I love Taika Waititi, but the humor in this film, it felt like he was trying to pull like a Mr. Garvey impersonation, which I've already got to deal with that enough with Mr. Watson from Lannon's channel, so I didn't find it funny. It was over the top. It was just, I didn't like it. I didn't like it whatsoever. He was just a dumb character. His motivations didn't really make sense. Like, he's just gonna destroy his entire game. He's just blah 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 blah. I didn't like him. He wasn't a good villain, and he was over the top. I did like the main girl and the main guy besides Ryan Reynolds. I thought their relationship was pretty cool. It's so dumb though that she doesn't realize he likes him until Ryan Reynolds tells her. Like, he literally asks her out and she's like, no, I'm good. And then she talks to Ryan Reynolds, she's like, oh my god, he likes me. And like, it's kind of dumb, but yeah. There was a message in there about living your own life, blah 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 blah. I thought it was a good message. It felt a little too deep for what this movie was going for, so it didn't really land too well. But yeah, overall this was a decent film. Like I said, I liked the humor. The best part of the film for me was in the third act, when Ryan Reynolds is playing better Ryan Reynolds. And first of all, that CGI was awful. I think that was the point. I hope that was the point, because that was really awful. But when he's fighting him, and then he pulls out Mjolnir, and then the Avengers theme plays, and that was already amazing enough. But then after that, you get the Chris Evans cameo, and there were a lot of cameos in this film. Some of them better than others. Like, I love the Chris Evans cameo. There was also a Hugh Jackman cameo. The YouTuber and Twitch cameos I felt were random and overused, because like they cut back to them so many times, and I was like, okay, I get it, guys, just move on with it. And actually, a lot of the jokes, I felt like that it was like, this joke just keeps going, this keeps going. Like, there's that guy that Ryan Reynolds is trying to steal the information from, but the dude is just, it's just a joke with his mom, and it goes on and on and on, and I'm like, please move past this joke. And then they bring it back in the third act. I'm like, oh my god, guys, come on. But anyways, back to the actual good scene. After that, he pulls out a lightsaber. Star Wars is just basically them showing, hey, look at all the properties we own. Look at all the things we can use. And I mean, it was pretty funny. It was pretty entertaining. And then of course I had to follow that up with Portal, which was cool, and then Fortnite, which was bleh. But I mean, the Star Wars reference and the Avengers reference, those are pretty cool. So I know this review has been all over the place. Just like that movie was all over the place. There was a lot going on in that film, and it was like sensory overload sometimes, but you know, it was pretty bad film, but I found it very entertaining. So as I get into the ratings here, entertainment wise, like I said, I enjoyed this film, so I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. In terms of quality of film, I mean, it's not a very good film. It was not trying to be a very good film, it was trying to be a funny, entertaining film. So I'm going to give it a 4 out of 10 for quality of film, giving it a total overall rating of 6 out of 10. Like I said, it was a fun watch. Don't go into this film expecting to see the next Citizen Kane or something like that. That is definitely not what you're going to see this film for. But if you're looking for a light, funny movie, I would suggest this film. It is, I think, I said earlier that it's entertainingly bad. I think another way to explain this movie is that it's fun, but dumb. But anyways, that's all I have to say today, so if you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, don't forget to leave a like down below, subscribe if you're new around here. If you want more updates on my videos, make sure to check me out on Instagram at ntd_films. Thank you guys all for watching, and have a good day.